Okay, is anybody there? I'm back, and I've got, sorry, my phone died when I was out in the pasture, but now I got this. So it should be all set as long as I don't strangle myself with the cord here. Okay, let's see. I don't know how. Let's see, is anybody there? Anybody? Anybody? Bueller? Bueller. Okay, so as soon as I know, hi kitty, kitty. Hello. Oh, Stella, don't eat the kitty. Come here, Clover. Come on. Okay, you're here. Hi, Maggie. Hi, Tracy. Sorry about that. My gosh, my phone was fully charged when I came out too, but it died. It didn't take long. It only took, that was like 15 or 20 minutes. That's really sad. But it's still cold here. It's, you know, it's 30 some, maybe 40 degrees. So my phone just died. Clover says hi. So what I'm thinking is, we're gonna go check on Miss Kitty in a minute, Tracy. Hold on one sec. What I'm thinking is since everybody can't come to the barn, I'm gonna try to bring the barn to everybody. So I'm gonna try to do quite a few of these live videos, even if it's just, what do you guys think about, even if I'm just like sitting out in the pasture filming the horses? Would you guys like to see that? Maybe, maybe have coffee with the critters. I could go out and have my coffee and sit on a hay bale and talk to the critters. You guys can join me? I don't know, does that sound good? Cool, Jill, you're up for it? And so, and here's Stella. She desperately wants to eat Clover. And I got Clover exfoliating me. Sally's doing really good. Thanks for asking, Lenore. Here's Stella, say hi to the people. She's like, no, I must do my job and bite the kitty's butt. That's what Stella does. Okay, so, ouch, cat tongues hurt. The boss of the barn, what, the dog or the cat? Because I don't know, I think the cat does a really good job of training me. And yeah. Hello from England. Oh, that's really cool. I'm so glad that you watched. That's really awesome. Okay, Clover, don't show that side. Clover, I don't know what she did. Here, I'll show you Clover's. Here, get down. I'll show you Clover's back. I don't know what she did, but she's missing a whole bunch of hair. Stella, be nice to the kitty. So, all right. So, let's go. That's very, very true. Speaking of cats. Ta-da! Hi, Anne. Okay, there she is. There's Miss Kitty. I know everybody has been asking about her, and there she is. So, I don't have, like in the first part, hi Missy, I'm glad you could make it this time. I know you were, I saw your comment that you'd missed the one that I just did. So, everybody's asking about Miss Kitty. Everybody asks all the time about Miss Kitty, and I wish I had more news for you guys. I really wish I did. And I do have, we had to call the vet on emergency, and that was pretty scary. And we had a scary couple weeks with Miss Kitty, actually probably more than that. And I just don't really have answers for you. And so the best I can do is show you everything. Hello, Shannon. The best I can do is show you everything that has happened to this point. Nanette, I have to read this. In the summer, I have coffee with my parrot and a brain-damaged squirrel. That's the best I can do is just show you guys everything that's been happening. And so somebody had commented in the video that I posted this morning of Miss Kitty, wondering why I posted the video today instead of back in November when I took the footage. And basically, it's kind of hard because the reason that you guys get my videos so much longer after I actually take them is because I kind of need to figure things out and make sure that I've got an example. I learned the hard way with Manzer. When Nika was pregnant and going into labor and all that, I was posting videos pretty regularly if you guys were there through all that. And Jill, I'm going to try to go out there and see Manzer and Nika too and show you. But anyway, it was really stressful when Nika was having Manzer because I was trying to post updates every day or close to it. And oh my gosh, I was getting messages, I was getting texts, I was getting calls, I was getting Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, email, you name it. I was getting messages from everywhere. And it was really stressful because I had no news to share with anybody, but they wanted news like now. And it was really, yes, she does have Beyonce hair. Isn't she beautiful? She kind of thinks she's Beyonce too. That's Miss Kitty's attitude. So it was really stressful for me. So that's why, like, if I had a full again, which more than likely will happen, I probably wouldn't give you like day-to-day updates like that, just because it was so mentally hard on me. And honestly, like, people are mean. People were so mean in their comments, and they're very demanding, and I didn't like that at all. So, and same thing with when Manzer was hurt. It was really stressful for me to work through that and to try to just figure out what's wrong with him. The last thing I want is to get a bunch of questions. So at that time, so I waited until I kind of had an idea of what was going on before I actually shared the information, because it would have been too hard for me to share all that and not know what's happening with him. So, because of course, you know, there's times where, like, I genuinely love when people give, I love when people give, I don't want to say advice. I love when people share their stories. And I love when people who give advice who are educated in what they're talking about. But there's a lot of people who say stuff that's just like, no, that's ridiculous. Like, there's a lot of people that don't actually know what's going on. They just like to talk. So anyway, that's the deal with that. So with Miss Kitty, the next video you're going to get of her is from the end of November, and I'm going to post that tomorrow morning. And then she was pretty good for like a month, over a month. She was really good. She was out in the pasture with the herd. And yes, Missy, exactly. If you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. And so, but it kind of trained me, all of that kind of trained me, and to protect myself a little bit more and say, you know, I'll just wait and share this information when I have more information instead of doing it right away. So, but yeah, so Miss Kitty has just been back and forth. Like, she's doing really good, and then all of a sudden she's like not eating. And then she'll eat for a little while, and then she's not eating again. And then she'll have bouts of colic and different things. So when the vet was here, hi sweetheart, when the vet was here and did the emergency call, it was just like, we really didn't get a lot of answers. But I have always done this to me since she was a baby. She'll put her nostril right to my cheek, and she'll usually like tilt her head to the side. It's so sweet. I just love that. There's not a lot, thanks, Nanette. But there's a lot. Stella, get out of the poop. No, there's not a lot of horses that I would let be this close to my face, but she's just, yeah, she's really awesome. Thank you, Lynn. So anyway, so I just wanted you guys to know that, though, like, when you get my videos months later, that's why, is because, like, I need to do that for my own sanity, and it keeps me mentally, like, strong. So just know that that's why. So I'm sorry that you don't get like daily updates about certain things, but I just can't do that. I can't do that. So I'll show you, though, Miss Kitty's pad here. We'll go out and see her. Hi, Susie. Glad you could join in. Oops, sorry, Miss Kitty. So Miss Kitty is currently, here's her digs. She currently comes in and out of, oh, I'm glowing. Gosh, it's terrible lighting. She can come in and out just like Manzer used to, okay? So, and she's got her blanket on. She's been blanketed for quite a while. Hey, oh my gosh, Kathy. Hi, Kathy. Sorry, I had a brain fart. But, and Miss Kitty this is really awesome. Okay, so this full feeder, I use this for, hi, Susan. I use this for Miss Kitty's grain. We took the little bars out of it, you know. So if you saw the full feeder saga and everything, you know, this thing was like, this stupid feeder kept me awake for weeks and weeks. Miss Kitty would try to, Rex, hi, I'm glad. Sorry, I'm reading. Okay, thank you, I appreciate it. So anyway, this full feeder, absolutely hated it when Manzer was out here using it. But I just took the bars out, and now that's Miss Kitty's feeder, and she can have food available all the time. And actually, I put a fair amount of food in there earlier today, and she ate it all. And she also, let's see what she ate in here. Okay. So now you guys promise me I post the video. Promise? Okay, so now this right here, she has decided, Miss Kitty's decided that she loves oats. I have never fed my horses oats. Just plain oats, can't be soaked. She will not eat anything wet. No wet food, period. And Rice Bran, I'm using Empower, it's called. Rice Bran is a high fat, so she's getting that. Hello from Florida. Or, hello, Florida. I'm not from Florida, but so anyway, this is Rice Bran mixed with some oats, and she did eat a fair amount of that, so I'm pretty excited about that. And then she is eating quite a bit of hay too. She's picking at this, so that's really great. This was full maybe 4 days ago. Look at how cute she is. Like, hi. But you see, guys, like, here's the thing. And when I posted the video titled "This Really Bothers Me," there were, you know, some people on that one had said, you know, she's telling you it's time, blah, blah, blah. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. Hi, Dash for Cash. Say my name, say my name. Sorry, totally dorky, but so, and then now here's this. This is chopped hay that she gets, and that I haven't filled that in a long time. She's just really not eating it very fast. But so here's the thing though with this horse, she is like, look at the expression, and there's something going on. And so I've got my ideas, and I'll share that in videos so you can see things in order. Sorry guys, this lighting is terrible. Hello, Australia. Good, I'm so glad you enjoy it. Thank you. Sorry, I'm like rambling here and trying to find a good place to stand. You know, guys, it's super awkward. I'm kind of socially awkward anyway, but then you have a, imagine if you've never done a live video before, think about just sitting here and you're having a conversation with, like, a one-sided conversation. It's really, really weird. At least when I'm doing videos and I'm editing, I can take a bunch of weirdness out. And with this, I just can't. So, but anyway, yes, there's Miss Kitty. She has lost a ton of weight. She's lost a ton of weight, and I'm not happy about that. But she just started eating pretty decent recently, so I'm pleased with that. And from the video this morning, okay, I gotta say this because this is bugging me. It's what we in the industry call ain't doing right. Got it. It's really hard. Miss Kitty's birthday is in, it's July 15th, 3 days after mine. Sorry, so I apologize if yes, embrace the weird, Susie. I am so weird. I am like, super duper weird, and I just can't help it. So I'm trying to like read comments and do this all at the same time, and it gets to be kind of hard. But okay, should we go out and see Manzer and Nika and everybody else? North Carolina, hi. Thanks for joining. I got all my cables and stuff here. Hopefully we don't lose connection. All right, guys, so I'm not going to be able to look at this for a little while. Oh, darn. Because I'm going to be focusing. Hi, Tara, you're back. Yay. So, Tara, you can't come to the barn, so I'm bringing the barn to you. Hello, England. Okay, guys, bear with me while I get my gloves on. July 13, is that your birthday? Mine's July 12th. Okay, sorry guys. Try it. Hey Sally. Here, you guys can look at Muffin and Sally while I'm fighting with my gloves. Okay, now I gotta manage the gate. Okay, here, look at the mule while I manage the gate. Okay, finally through the gate. Not easy to work a carabiner with one hand. Okay, I'll go back to where I was sitting earlier. Here's Muffin. Isn't she pretty? Don't you just love Muffin? She's the best. Absolutely adore her. And then, yeah, Sally's got the belly going. Sally needs some work. Hey, Sal. She's like, you got cables and things and whatever else. She's not used to me having my phone like hanging out to the side there. She's like, hello. Yeah, she's skeptical. She's a smart one. I tell ya, she's super smart. But she'll come with me, I bet. She'll come follow me out here. Okay, so a GoPro strapped to my head. Yeah, I actually do that sometimes. It's been a long time since I've done that because, well, I kind of feel like a weirdo when well, I guess this is just as weird right here. But my GoPro, it was kind of weird, like walking around with a helmet on all the time. It's kind of odd, but it's all right. Okay, back to the horses. Here, I'm going to turn you guys around so you can see. Look it. Hi, Nancy. Awesome. Oh. Did you see Manzer almost fall on his face? Yeah, he is huge. Okay, back up on my bale. Okay, here we go. We're back in business. So there's Nika and Manzer. Yeah, look at the size of him though. He's huge. He's gonna bite my foot. Can't bite my foot, dude. Pretty soon we're not gonna be able to tell the difference between them. Yeah, I know the camera noise is so bad, and there's an airplane going over right now. And actually, I'm using my iPhone, like straight up. Just Tammy, any advice for getting your first horse? Wait. So there's a little saying that I really love that says you don't need a $35,000 horse. You need a $1,000 horse and $34,000 worth of lessons. Do not buy a horse unless you have taken a crap load of lessons and your trainer says that you are ready. Please, please don't buy a horse until. Lynn, no, I haven't decided if I'm going to geld him yet or not. How tall do I think he's going to get? I don't know. Taller than he is now. But anyway, back to the microphone thing. I'm really sorry that it sounds so terrible, but I am filming with my iPhone, and like part one, when I was out here, I was talking about that, you know, getting an actual camera and all that kind of stuff. Jessica, thank you very much. Here's Rosie. Here's Rosie. Let's see, who else? Oh, here's Ona. Ona follows me around like a puppy. Yeah, Susie, I'm pretty confident that he's gonna be taller than me. I'm not very tall. Can anybody guess how tall I am? Do we get Irish draft horses? Yeah, there's Irish draft horses. I'm trying to think of the last time I saw one. It's been a while. It's been a while. I am 5'3½". Not very tall. My husband's 5'5", so we have maybe he's 5'6". Nah, he's 5'5". He'll tell you he's 5'6". He's 5'5". So we have, our kids are destined to be very short. So look at Ona though. Doesn't she just have the best expression? She really is such a sweetheart. She's so kind, and I just love her. But do I have any Mustangs? Nope, I don't have any Mustangs. So none of them have really, I've just never really had any come away. Do I ride Ona? Nope, not yet. She is the bronkiest horse that I have ever laid my hands on in my life. So there's a lot coming about that, but is it true that minis are nippy? Yeah, if they got owners who don't know how to train them. So I am the I am the pony ambassador. I will stand up for ponies and minis and everything, every other critter. Rosie's right here. Because here's the thing. Here's why ponies and minis get a bad name. Ponies and minis get a bad name because think about who trains them. When will I introduce the puppy to the pasture horses? She's already met a few of them. People are nippy. Yes, they are, Susie. So the people who have nippy ponies, they need training, not the ponies. The people need the training. And Miss Kitty is back in the barn. Libby, I was just there with her. So, but that's the thing is, ponies are trained by kids. What do you expect? Like, how can they be any better than they are if they're being trained by kids? So the best thing that you can do is train the kids to be awesome riders, and then you'll have awesome ponies. So if you do have an awesome pony, like this little guy right here, that's Mr. Bear. I started him under saddle when he was 4. And I didn't know, so this is a funny story. No, Nika's not back in work. I haven't touched her since, like, I haven't ridden her since summer, bareback. Tammy, I'll answer that question in just a minute. So Bear came to me for training back in, sorry, my hand's going numb, stop it. Back in, oh, I don't know, he was 4 and he's like 14 or 15 now. So Bear, I didn't know what I was getting. He got lined up for me at a barn that I was working at. So, oh, I'm sorry you're losing my connection. Bummer. But anyway, I didn't know what size Bear was when he came to me for training. And so I went out, and when he arrived, I went out and looked at him, and I'm like, oh my gosh, how am I going to start him under saddle? He's so tiny. He was 470 pounds. And I was probably, I don't know, 125 pounds at the time. So, but I'm like, I can't put a saddle on him. So I actually started him bareback, and I only had him for a month too. So I put as much time as I could on him, and then I had a couple of my smaller students start riding him. And they're 7 or 8 years old, but they're really good little riders. And so Bear got a pretty good start as far as with kids goes. And then he went home, and they didn't really do a whole lot with him. So when I got him, if you haven't heard this story before, it's one of my favorites, but I had told the people that owned him, if you ever sell him, I absolutely adore him and I would love him. So if you ever decide to sell him, please call me first. So my daughter was just born, like that day before or something, and I was still in the hospital, and I get a phone call from them, and they're like, we've decided to sell Bear, and we really would like you to buy him. And so I told him, I said, well, I kind of have a lot going on right now. I just had a baby yesterday, and my older horse Poco was at home, and he was really sick, and so I had a lot going on. And they said, even if you wait a year, that's okay. Like you can wait as long as you want. And so I did. We waited actually 13 months, and we went and picked him up. So our daughter was 13 months old when she got Bear, and for students, because he hadn't really been ridden since. So that's the story about Bear. I absolutely love him. He's such a sweetheart. So he's one of my favorites. Okay, so thank you. I'm glad that this is still working. So yes, energy does play a huge part in horses' temperament. That is a big thing. But it all boils down to, though, if you don't know, your horse will know. So horses figure out pretty quickly what people know and don't know. So horses for kids, Tammy. I don't have a specific breed to tell you. Somebody's asked me where's Stella. I don't know. She was just running around over here barking. I don't see her now. She's probably with my kids. So I love quarter horses. Quarter horses are really a great breed, but I also have known a lot of really awesome Arabians and really awesome pintos and paints and Welsh ponies and all that. So it's not the breed, it's the particular horse. So again, same with that. If you're not already working with a good coach, trainer, instructor, whatever you want to call it, find one and keep searching until you get a really, really good one. And then you take their advice on getting a horse. You know how many students of mine, their parents will call me and be like, oh, I saw this horse for free on Craigslist. What do you think? No, absolutely no. Don't just go and get a free horse off Craigslist. It's free for a reason. I'm all for people rescuing horses, but only if you know what you're doing and can handle it, okay? So don't do that. Work with a trainer who has a good reputation. That's important too, because there's a lot of shady trainers out there, or people who think that there's people out there who say that they're horse trainers or riding instructors who have no business doing what they're doing. So you find somebody that is reputable to work with, and that'll set you up for the best success. Okay, somebody else asked me another question. I don't remember it now as I was rambling. You're welcome, Tammy. Thanks for asking. Somebody asked about Nika. What did you want to know about Nika? Nika is not rebred. Yes, Kathy, I'm betting it is too. You just gotta find the right person in every profession. Will I breed Nika again? I would love to. Okay, Tammy, you don't have a trainer, you gotta find one. Okay, here's what I'm gonna recommend that you do. Is a good place to start anyway is go with, well, for one, I have a playlist. If you guys are not familiar with playlists, use them. The playlists are absolutely great. I highly recommend them, and I put a lot of time into organizing videos and putting things with I'm sorry, I'm trying to fight horses off here. But I put videos in there that all kind of go together. So Tammy, be sure to check out my playlists. It's called Horse Ownership 101, and I think that'd be a good spot for you to start. And I'm going to continue to post videos that will kind of help you along as well. But I would recommend, one of my trainers is Buck Brannaman, and I also work with Lee Smith. And I would highly recommend, Buck has there's a lot of information out there on Buck Brannaman. He's got a documentary. It's a fantastic, hi Ann. It's a fantastic documentary. It's a great movie for the whole family to watch. Manzer and my dog are over there hanging out together. That's what Stella's losing her mind and barking about. So check out Buck Brannaman, okay? Just do that first. And then maybe look into his books and buying some of his videos. I would recommend, the 7 Clinics is a really good video series to watch. You learn a lot because it's so many random things, but you want to invest your time into the Groundwork DVDs, and he's actually coming out with all new DVDs. So that's what I would do. So Tammy, make sure to do that. Get yourself some really good education. Don't just bounce around from here to there. Go straight to somebody where you can learn some good stuff first, and then you'll start to know who knows something, who doesn't. Which horses am I working with this year? All these guys, all of them, all 16 of these. I don't know. Let's see. Blossom, she's kind of my main squeeze. I love Blossom. I haven't ridden her in a couple months now because I've kind of my friend that kind of work with her horse scares me. Okay, so if she scares you when she works with her horse, then you need to run and you need to go and you need to learn stuff and do your own thing. Okay, go and find a really good trainer that you can work with. If you go on Buck Brannaman's website, all the people who host clinics with them, those are good people to contact, because I'm sure there's something relatively close to you that you can find. Okay, all right, so Blossom, Miss Blossom, I think I've ridden a saddle twice since October. And hi, sweetheart. And Blossom is one that when she sits for a little while, she just has a lot of energy and she's frisky and she's fun, and I absolutely I love that about her. But I would like to, okay, Tara, I'll get into that in a minute. So Blossom's one though that I really need to ride her a couple times with the saddle on, and then I'll go back to riding her bareback. So she's kind of had most of the winter off, and I've been riding Nakona a lot. Nakona is the really fat appy over there who needs a tremendous amount of exercise. But so that's primarily who I've been riding. But now that I got some extra time on my hands, I'll be okay. Static hair. Yeah, Blossom, doesn't she just have the most beautiful face? So get this, someday I would love to breed her, and I have a Welsh stallion picked out. She would, oh my gosh, make the most beautiful little sport pony ever. And Muffin right here, one of my absolute favorite ponies in the whole wide world, Muffin is actually, she is half Welsh, half quarter horse. How long have I been giving lessons? I was like, how long have I been getting paid to do lessons? I was 12 when I started giving lessons. So, and I started Versatile Horsemanship. I started that in 2008. So, but anyway, so yeah, Blossom, would love for her to have a baby one of these days because she is just so wonderful. Gosh, hair everywhere. She's gonna crawl right in my lap. All right, I gotta put my gloves back on. I'm freezing here. So, yeah, I worked full time, if you can believe this. Thanks, Anne. I love them too. Yes, Tammy, I was 12 years old when I started giving lessons, but I had been riding since before I was born. My mom rode when she was pregnant, for crying out loud, and so the thing is, okay, you guys can't fight when you're next to me. The thing is I've been riding since I was so little, and I started barrel racing when I was 3. Like, not just like, oh, lead me around in the pasture. Like, my my pony and I would haul ass and barrel race when I was 3 years old. And so it's kind of something that I've been doing for a very long time. So I got my first big horse. I had 3 ponies. I had 3 ponies before I was, oh good, I'm glad Lily's joining us. I had 3 ponies, and then I got my horse when I was 10. I got Poco when I was, can you have Blossom? Isn't she lovely? She's just one of the best. She's the friendliest, so friendly. But Poco came along when I was 10, and he was 4, barely started. And my mom, I actually didn't even want him. And I'll get into that. I'll do a video about him specifically one of these days. But I didn't really even want him. And my mom put a little bit of time on him. And when I rode him, I absolutely loved him. Absolutely loved him. And so basically, besides just the initial start, you know, I did all the work on him from the age of 10. So, and he was such a great horse, and he was so good to give lessons on and to teach others. So I would give lessons in my neighborhood, and I would actually ride to other kids' houses, and I gave lessons for $3. So I would just ride around and give lessons, and then we had some friends who would bring their kids over, and I would give them lessons. And so yeah, I had my own little business going on from when I was young. And then I worked several different places throughout the years, as far as, like, you know, I was like a waitress, and I worked for an insurance agency for several years. And then I got an opportunity to work at a barn and give lessons full time that had an indoor arena, because my parents don't have an indoor arena. So I gave lessons at this barn just down the street from my parents' house, and we actually lived there. And then I was giving so many lessons that I was able to quit my full-time job and do it full-time and train horses. So that was super sweet. And then I came up with the name Versatile Horsemanship about a year after I went full-time. So and that was in 2008. So yeah, it's been, oh gosh, 12 years. So any tips for jumping? Get a good instructor. I mean, I can't really tell you any tips for jumping in this manner. I'd have to see something that you're doing, but no, I'm not. I would say find yourself someone who is a really good jump instructor and take some lessons. That's my recommendation as far as jumping goes. And don't jump. Here's a rule in my barn. Nobody is allowed to jump, period, without an instructor. Period. Not allowed to happen. So just know that jumping is super dangerous and it's super fun. It's definitely really fun. I had a pretty bad jumping wreck. Oh, here they all go. I don't know where they're going. Everybody just decided that they needed to leave. So, but I had a pretty bad jumping wreck a few years ago, and I'll do a video and show that. I have it on video. It's out there, but I'll redo it so I can kind of talk about my thoughts. But thank you. That's Nakona. The appy is Nakona. She has her own playlist. If you go under my playlist, if you don't know where that's at, just go to my channel, and she's gonna come over and say hi. Look at that. If you just go to my channel, there's some tabs along the top. You'll see it says about and then videos and community and playlists. Look under playlists and look for Nakona, and you'll find her playlist and all her videos. I know, I love that too, Susie. I like when they just rip around and have a good time. I can't help but just sit and watch them. It's so fun. So they're really fun to watch. But well, this has been pretty great. Yeah, it's getting chilly out now, Anne, but that's all right. It's always cold here. Do I have a favorite color horse? You can't ride color. No, I do not have Black Beauty syndrome, I guess. I like all the colors of my horses. I like them all. I think they're all pretty. I guess I don't like white because it's high maintenance. Linda, Leopard Appaloosa is really not even a color. It's not a registered color by the Appaloosa Horse Association. Everybody calls them Leopard Appaloosas because, like, if you say a Leopard Appaloosa, you pretty much know what that looks like. She's actually considered a bay roan, which I think is dumb because that doesn't make any sense. But Appaloosas have their own, every different association has their own colors. So, okay, Lily wants me to talk about bourbon. Well, Debbie, that's awesome. I'm glad that you like watching them interact. I think I'm going to do this more frequently now because, like, I'll come out here with my coffee or something in the mornings and just sit here and we can talk about horses and look at horses and drink coffee. I think that'd be pretty cool. But anyway, I'm definitely going to bring a tripod though because my arm hurts. So, do horses need buddies? It depends on the horse and, like, their living situation. Nakona lived totally by herself for over a year, and I think it was the best thing for her because she really doesn't care about other horses at all. Like, she can manage on her own, and I love that. There's nothing worse than a horse that has severe separation anxiety. It's really stressful to have to deal with that and to fix that, and it's really stressful on the horses. So if you can avoid them getting buddy sour, that is ideal. So I've got a student who, Mandy, I talked about Miss Kitty earlier, and I was over with her in her stall. So if you go back and watch the beginning part of it, you'll see all kinds of stuff about her. Oh, and somebody asked about favorite colors too. I really like the look of Blossom. I think she's really nice, and I love the look of Ona. They're both buckskins. I love the look of Nika and Manzer. I love a bay horses. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. You know, the right color bay. Like Nellie's a really good color bay. She's over on the other side. And same with Muffin. She's really pretty too. But I like, and Rosie, she's cute as a bug. See, I like horses that don't look dirty. I am, Stella, leave it. I am a low maintenance. Yeah, Missy, I just like horses. I think they're all pretty. I just like low maintenance horses though. Like if I have to sit and scrub them for an hour just to put my saddle on, I don't like that. I like them to look clean. I like horses that just don't show dirt. Oh, we're gonna have a little argument here. Little pony battle. But yeah, I like them all. I absolutely love them all. So, Lily wants me to talk about her horse Bourbon. her horse Bourbon is going to come for some training, and I'll tell you just real quick about him, and I think we'll do a story about him once he comes here. Oh, Kelly, I love Frisians too. Absolutely, like, gorgeous horses. But yeah, that mane, super high maintenance. Oh, Ona is trying to mount Manzer over there. Can't see that. It's interesting. But anyway, so this horse that's coming for some training, I really haven't been taking horses for training for the public for quite some time. It's not gratifying for me. I like to work with horses and then keep them because, see you later, Tammy. Thanks for joining. So, but with this student, she's very dedicated, and so I'm willing to work with her and her horse. But Bourbon, they bought him, I guess he was kind of tossed around a little bit, and sorry, my phone just rang. So anyway, they bought this horse. I don't really know his full story, but anyway, he was sold. He was sold as a gelding, and he's a cryptorchid. And if you don't know what a cryptorchid is, it means that their testicles never came down, and so they're actually a stallion, but they look like they're a gelding. So this younger gal, I don't know, she was like 10, 11 at the time, was sold a stallion and had no idea. So that horse is now gelded, and he's got some manners that he needs to work on, and he's gonna come for training. So that's the deal with that horse. So you guys are gonna get to see, I'll video quite a bit of working with him, so you guys will get to see all that. Hello from Ohio, or hello Ohio, not from Ohio. I'm not in Ohio. Gosh, this keeps getting weird where I'm like glowing. It's strange. So yeah, I guess that's all I got. Okay, guys. Well, tomorrow morning I'm going to be posting I have a video scheduled about Miss Kitty. It's just hello Illinois. Well, Sarah, just keep tuning in. I'm going to be doing my best to bring the barn to you since you can't go to the barn. And Lily, same thing too. Thank you very much. So you guys just keep just stay tuned, and I'll do everything that I can to bring the barn to you and share my horses with you as much as I can. So Blossom and I are having a moment here. But tomorrow morning, you're going to see the next video in Miss Kitty's series, okay? And then there won't be one for a while about her because I didn't film anything about her for over a month. So, so just stay tuned, watch all that stuff. And I'm putting them in chronological order. So if you wonder what comes next, just keep watching those playlists, okay? All right, guys. And remember, you are helping me pay for my horses just by simply watching my videos. I really appreciate everything that you guys do. It means a lot to me, especially now that I am, my job came to a screeching halt with the coronavirus. So, all right. See you later, guys. Have a great night.